Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video this week. If you're new here, I'm Jaina and thank you for watching my video. Today I need to get ready. I thought I would film a get ready with me doing kind of like a glowy, my go-to glowy look at the moment, and I'm going to do that using all E.L.F products. So if you know me and you've watched my videos or you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I love anything high street, and E.L.F is probably one of my favorite brands. So I thought, why not film it and then we can just have a little chit chat about the products and I can show you like my go-to look. So yeah, the main thing I always say is start off with good skincare. Skin prep before any makeup will always make it last longer, no matter what the product is. If it's a good product, if it's a good formula, high street, high end, prepping your skin first is always what's gonna make that look last. So I've already prepped my skin, so I'm just gonna go in straight away with the makeup and we'll talk through the products. The first thing is I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use two products for this. I'm going to use the E.L.F Brow Lift Gel for this, just to kind of shape and give some dimension. I really like to just lift them so they look a little bit thicker. I'm then going to go in with the E.L.F Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and I use this in the shade Dark Brown. So I like to just take some of the brow gel and I like to basically just put it on the back of my hand, just so there's like a little bit of product, and roll it around in a spoolie, just so it's like an even distribution of product. And I basically just like to go up, and they look crazy. So they look crazy to start with, but I kind of just like to go up and then kind of give them a shape after. And you can clearly see the difference in both of them. Like these look definitely thicker. We're going to shape them, but just being able to see the difference really helps. And then I just go in and just give them a little shape. You have to trust the process. So I'm just going to go in with the Brow Lift eye pencil, and I'm just basically going to apply where I feel like any gaps are, just to help define the brows. A great pencil. The reason I love it the most is purely because of how thin the pencil is. You can get a really good defined eyebrow look with this pencil, and I actually think this is voted the best brow pencil in America. Then what I do is I just take the spoolie at the other end and I just brush through them, just to help neaten them out and kind of lay them how I want them to be laid. So the next thing I'm going to do while I do my eyes is I'm going to take the E.L.F coconut lip scrub, and I'm just going to use that to prep my lips ready. And honestly, I love the lip scrub. I just apply a little bit. I then use my finger just to rub it in and really exfoliate the lips and get them ready for my makeup look, and then I will just wipe off the residue. So I'm going in with the eyeshadow palette in the shades Berry Bad. So I'm just going to go in with a really fluffy brush and take this shade here and just apply that all over my lids, just to kind of give us a base. Honestly, I am obsessed with these eyeshadow palettes. So not really kind of like the cookies and cream one, which I actually did do a video, which I will link here. But the formulas in these like quad sets are honestly so amazing. And I find like the quality like really does last on your eyes. And I think the formulas are just really good. They're really pigmented, and I actually think the quads are like £6 or £4 each, which I will link all the products below, but honestly, I'm obsessed. I'm taking a smaller, fluffier brush. I'm using the Morphe Aerial range, and I'm basically just going to add some dimension into the corners of my eye. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to do eyeliner, because I really like this look with and without eyeliner, and I just don't know. I'm going to go in with the Cookies and Dream No Budge eyeshadow stick, and I'm just using this as an eyeliner just to help kind of smudge out the liner line rather than a harsh wing. I'm just going in with a flat brush, taking on some of the black No Budge eyeshadow, and I'm just smoothing out really like a smudged kind of wing look. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna take the E.L.F liquid eyeshadow. This is in the shade Flirty Birdie. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna take some on the stick, and I'm just gonna apply it to kind of like the inner corners of my eyeshadow and just kind of put it across the lid. I think this shade is so beautiful with this quad palette shades. And then I'm just gonna take a flat brush and I'm basically just gonna press that product in and give it a little blend. And I don't know if you can see, but honestly, the glitter on this is so pigmented. I honestly am obsessed with these liquid eyeshadows, and they come in a variety of colours. Like I think I have a really nice blue shade as well, and so easy to use as well if you're on the go, because you can kind of use the stick and then apply with your fingers. I'm just going to go back in with the blending shade from the quad pad just to kind of blend the two shades together, and then I'm going to leave the eyes alone because I feel like that is what we wanted. This is the E.L.F. Big Mood Mascara. This is in the non-waterproof one in black, but I think I prefer the waterproof version of it. I just think overall it's a good mascara, but the waterproof one just a little bit more black to it. I absolutely love the brush. I love anything that's like a really bristly brush like this. I'm not a fan of the plastic applicators. I prefer like a brush applicator because I feel like it gets really into my eyelashes. I honestly think this mascara is so good. So if you're like me where you have a lot of lashes but just short lashes, I think once you curl your lashes and then apply this mascara, for the price you get a really good mascara. It's a good high street mascara, it's affordable. So you can see I've got it on this one, not on this one, and I just think this is one coat and it just really gives my eyelashes that pop that I need. So I'm just going to use the setting spray, which is the Dewy Coconut Mist. And then I'm going in with the Viral Power Grip Primer. I absolutely love this. This is probably my second or third tube of this. So I'm just going to take a couple pumps of the primer and I'm just going to apply it to my face using my fingers. I really like this one, but I also think the red one with the niacinamide in is really good because it's also more hydrating. I'm going to go in with the Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade for medium. Now that I've primed my face, I'm just gonna apply this straight onto the skin. And as you can see, this is a really good match for my skin right now. I'm gonna go in and blend that out with a beauty blender. I couldn't find my E.L.F. beauty blender, so I'm going in with a beauty blender. I'm just gonna go in and blend this into my face, just to achieve a really glowy, dewy look. I love this as a base by itself, but I also love it underneath foundation. I feel like you can really build it up and achieve good looks. This was a dupe, I think, for the Charlotte Tilbury, and I do think it is really good quality. As you can see, the finish is just so dewy and glowy. If you've tried this Halo Filter Glow, let me know your thoughts on it as well, because I'm always keen to know what people's thoughts are on dupes of higher end products. I'm then going to go in with the E.L.F. Camo CC Cream, and I have done a video of this, which I will link at the top as well. I'm going to go in with both of these now just to create a base. I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand, give it a little mix, and then I'm going to put it on my face as well. I'm going to go in with a foundation brush just to like blend them together. And as you can see, the CC cream is a little bit light for my skin at the moment, but we're going to kind of like help that out with bronzer. But I do really love the coverage of this CC cream. It's quite a thick consistency, but also makes your skin feel like skin. It blends really well with a brush as well as a sponge. I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and just press all the product into my skin. I'm just so obsessed with the finish of the base. I just think it's really glowy, but really good coverage. And that is why I like the CC cream, because it can dry quite quick. So I would say apply it with a brush and then go out with a damp beauty blender. However, I just think the coverage is so good and it's really buildable as well. But you can still see that my skin is quite glowy through the product, and that is why I love this look. So I'm going to go in with the Halo Glow Contour Wand, and I'm using this in the shade Medium Tan. So I'm going to just apply it really lightly because I do feel like we can build up the coverage with this. I never did a dupe video for these, or like a comparison video, because I thought there was a lot out there. But if you want to know my thoughts on the comparisons between the E.L.F. beauty ones and the Charlotte Tilbury, let me know in the comments below and I will do a comparison video. To blend out the contour, I'm just going to take a really defined dense brush, and this brush, it's a buffing brush from Beauty Crop in F208, and I'm basically just going to blend the product out and up into my hairline. I think the product is super blendable, super buildable. I'm doing contour first because obviously if it's a little bit harsher, I can then even out with my concealer. When I highlight, I am now going to go in with the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm using that in the shade Medium Sand. If you haven't used this camo concealer, this is probably another one of E.L.F.'s base products that I recommend. It is so good. It's so creamy. It's so the formula is so creamy, so blendable, but also so buildable as well. I'm just going to apply it under my eyes directly. You do not need a lot of this product. Like, I feel like a little bit of product goes a long way with this, and it's super, super hydrating. Like, I won't dip again. Like, I will just use whatever product is on here and just let it set for a bit, and then I will just go in and blend it out. I also find that before I blend out my concealer, I go in again with a setting spray, and that just helps to kind of all the products to kind of mix in well together and sit on your face really nicely. Now, to blend out the concealer before I go in with my beauty blender, I take a concealer brush, quite a dense one, and I just use that to really like push the product in, and I find that it gives you a really good finish to the product as well. I think the shade range is really good as well for a high street one, and I also think that if you go for a brighter shade, it's really good for highlighting the under eye area as well. Like, I've definitely used too much product here, and you can see, so even the amount that I used, you don't need to use that. But we're gonna go in with the beauty blender, and that will just help even it all out. We just take our damp beauty blender now, and I just blend all the product in. We're gonna set today with the Halo Glow E.L.F setting powder. So I've just taken some powder into the lid, and I'm just going to take a powder puff brush, and I'm just going to take some of that product and press that to set my under eyes. I honestly love this setting powder, but I just wish they did it in a pressed, like a pressed powder form as well. So obviously, E.L.F, if you're watching this video, we need a pressed powder of the Halo Glow, but it just gives you the nicest kind of brightening and pick me up. I'm sorry, but I love it. I just think it sets the makeup beautifully. Like, if it was in a pressed powder form as well, it would be amazing, because it really helps to avoid creasing under my eyes, and it's like a really fine powder formula. It's not thick, it's not cakey, and it sits really well on the skin. So I'm going to go in with the Halo Glow Beauty Wand blush in the shade Rosé You Slay for my blush today. So I'm going to go in and take the blush, and I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand, straight onto my face. You do get a lot of product that comes out in these, and what I would say with kind of like with any E.L.F product, that this never stays neat, because the quality of the product is obviously cheaper, but it's just never like got a stopper in to kind of control the product. And I'm just going to go in with a brush and take off the excess product, and I'm just going to blend that in and up into my face. I think this is a really nice pinky shade, but I found the best way to apply this product is by kind of taking it on the back of your hand and then applying it to your face, just so you can control the colour, and it is really quick drying as well. You get a beautiful, beautiful colour with this, and I was going to apply a powder on top of it, but I think that it's quite pink, so I'm not going to. Just apply a little bit to my nose. I like to apply some just to above my eyebrows as well, just to kind of bring my face all together. I then like to take my damp beauty blender and just kind of blend everything cheeks and above together, just for like a really seamless look, and so it's like less harsh. And to finish my look, again, I'm just going to go in with the last spritz of, I literally have nothing left in this, with the last bit of setting spray, just to set the whole face together. I'm then going to go in with the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade 04. I don't really have a lot of E.L.F lip products apart from glosses, so I thought we'd just add a bit of colour on first using these. And then I am going to take the Cookies and Dreams lip gloss, and I think this was the shade Icy Blue. If you're like me and you don't want to reapply, put that back into the gloss. I always just give the applicator a wipe on, like a wet wipe, just to take off the colour from the lipstick that you've used it on, just because I like my lip glosses to stay the colour that I buy them. So yes, this is my final look using pretty much all E.L.F products, and I'm obsessed with it. It's probably my go-to with a bit of extra eyeshadow during the day. The products are really, really affordable. I will link everything below as well so you can use them, but I just really love the final look of this makeup look. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like it? And yes, this is the final look. So I will see you on next week's video.